Johns. I am sim racing.
I'm Wes Fuller, driver the number 35, Stand Up to Cancer Ford. I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Cameron Peterson. I am sim racing.
What's going on? It's Rob Biotti from 4i Racing, driver number 44 Toyota Camry, and I am sim racing.
Hello, I am Christopher Hamilton, and I am sim racing.
Hi, I'm Eric Andrews. I am sim racing.
We are sim racing.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Core Vintage Cup Series benefiting Stand Up to Cancer. Tonight is going to be the Firecracker 100 at Daytona International Speedway. That is right, we are taking it to a long track tonight. These 87s are going to be a blast out here. These guys are still trying to figure out the setup just a tad bit. They're having fun in the beginning, but it looks like everyone's getting their game face on now. So saddle up and get ready for some good driving, because it's been a while since we've been to a super speedway, and it's long. So we're going to have a pretty good race out there. I think these guys know what they're doing. Looking at the field size, we're looking at 21 drivers total. And their times tonight, looking at a best lap of a 43.735. So when these guys hit qualifying in 2 minutes, we're going to have to see what happens. But I think we're going to have some good racing. This past couple of weeks with the Core Series and the Core Vintage guys. Say good racing, the guy goes flipping. We've had some really good races, a couple cautions come out. But overall, really, really strong finishes. Last night's race, Alan Dobbs, Bennett Allen, and darn it, I'm blanking on the last guy. Was it Nick Nickerson? I think it was Nick Nickerson. Yeah, it was Nick Nickerson, Alan Dobbs, and Bennett Allen. Solid finish. And tonight, Alan Dobbs sitting in our first place right now with the fastest time so far. Nick Nickerson sitting in 8th and 9th. Bennett in 8th. So these guys, they're all strong drivers. Everyone we've seen out here has had a good run at, winning the 87 series. I really wouldn't count anyone out since we're going for green flag runs. There's no comp caution. These guys have to roll it out and keep the action going. They have to work on their pit strategy. That's played a huge role last race. Two guys doing burnouts in tandem back there. But no, last race's pit strategy, last week, that was killer. Really brought a lot of guys up to the front of the field, but some of them, they stayed on worn tires and they couldn't fight their way off. Couldn't fight their way through. And that's what happens. So with the super speedway, we're probably gonna have to see tires come into play a little bit better, and same thing with fuel. So these guys are probably gonna have to drop in a little bit more and work harder on their strategy. And when it comes to long speedways, drafting is important. So you got to have a buddy system out there. If you don't have your racing buddy, you're gonna have a hard time catching up to the pack and working with the pack. So it's pack pits. You got to pick two. So we might see more of an equalized field in the sense of these drivers driving together and pitting together, and not able to get away with short pitting and trying to get out with separate from the pack. So this is going to be an interesting run. I don't know what to really tell you guys other than let's see what happens out there. With that being said, I'd like to thank our sponsors, Nick Nickerson, Willie Evernham, and Joker Graphics. And also for our broadcast sponsors, that's going to be Critical at Bass Lures and Southern California's Nautilus Media Systems. All right, here we go, qualifying up. Let's go ahead and jump on to Willie Evernham riding in that Bush machine right over there. We'll ride along with him. See what qualifying times we can throw down. All right, here we go. Crosses the line, starts the counter. Looks like these guys are going to be carrying about 200 miles an hour into the corner and holding, look at that, no less than 190, which means in draft these guys are probably going to go a little bit faster than that. That is going to be insane. As we come into turn 3 and 4, Willie Evernham still doing a good job out there. You can see him right in that low line, across the line. And there we go with a 45.683 for his fastest lap for qualifying. Looks like he's going to throw another one, see if he can get even faster. We're going to go ahead and jump over to Alan Dobbs. Ooh, waiting on the line, seeing what people are throwing down there. Let's see if Eric Andrews. Eric hitting the track. Eric doing a good job riding that inside. Ooh, getting a little close to that apron there. Across the line, Eric Andrews gets a 45.189. Look at that, throwing himself up there into 6th. So far, Carl Handwerk is sitting in first with a 44.839. Kevin Foster with a 45.099. Terry Conda's out there, also has got throwing a time. He looks like he's in the 45.929. See Alan Dobbs. Here we go. Let's watch Alan Dobbs as he throws down his time. I think Alan should have a good run. I 100% agree with you that, Barry. I think tonight's going to be a great race. We haven't really seen these guys too much on a long track, but since their driving has been getting better and better with these 87s, and the short track driving has been pretty clean, I think we're going to bring that out to this long track out here at Daytona International Speedway. So definitely can see that having an advantage out for these guys. Alan Dobbs throwing down it looks like he's going for his first lap right now. Riding the outside up high. Losing a little bit of speed there. A lot of these guys carrying that corner with about 95 and then dropping down to 90 on the exit. And looks like he's getting up to 200 into turn 3, 202, 203, 214. That must have been a misread. I think 204 was the highest. And then drops down quite a bit all the way down to 90. Exit, 190. And as we get across that finish line, what do we get? Alan Dobbs taking in 12th right now with a 45.692. Bill Harkins also dropping down a time, and looks like he dropped a 52.037. Bryson Clark sitting in the pits, waiting his chance to go. Oh, Dylan McDonald touching the wall. Looks like he's going to have to reset. Oh, nice. Throwback to the City Chevrolet. Days of Thunder paint scheme there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm noticing something out on the track that I'm going to try and fix real fast, so just give me 1 minute. I'm going to try and fix something, and we'll be right back. I'm just going to go ahead and switch scenes and see if I can fix something for you guys. Nope, seems about right. All right, just going to have to deal with it. Sorry about that. All right, 2 minutes to go. Dylan McDonald getting ready to drop his time. Down the back straight into turn 3 and 4. Dude, you and me both, Paul. He's been so close finishing those top 5. I really want him to finish on the podium and go for a win. I think he can do it. We'll just have to see how tonight plays out. All right, a minute to go. Now's the time. If you haven't grabbed a snack, use the restroom, go ahead and do it, because we're going to be gridding up soon with about, after the minute, we'll have probably about 2 minutes of gridding, and then these guys will have to pace lap and then be green flagged. So take that time to go do what you got to do. As long as this track it is going to be a fast race. All right, 24 seconds. Dylan McDonald with a good time out there, dropping him in 10th. So we are looking at Carl Handwerk in first, Alan Dobbs in second, Nick Nickerson third, Kevin Foster fourth, Brock Varez in fifth, sixth going to Wes Fuller, seventh, Bennett Allen eighth, Eric Andrews ninth, CJ Winslow, and then once again 10th to Dylan McDonald. That is going to be our top 10 starting for the poll right now. Everyone else, good luck. And here we go. All right, let's go ahead and run through the paint scheme so you know who to look for and root for out in the field. We have the number 19. It's going to be Bush. That's Willie Evernham out there. Bill Harkins in the number 11. Geezer Authentics. Ooh, I like that paint scheme. I think he changed it up a tad bit. We have the number 24. That's going to be Bennett Allen racing that Mountain Dew. Nick Nickerson in his classic number 85 Miller Genuine Draft. Bryson Clark in his number 73 Motocraft. Brock Varez in the Oilers number 94, representing the North. Terry Condas in the Citigo number 32. Alan Castle in the All Black 93. Someone sponsor him. He needs sponsors. Joshua Builder in the number 3. Looks like a wooden nickel on the side. Can't read the front of it. It's all burnt in there, but nice, cool paint scheme. Looks. Oh, he's got L8 on the side. Check that out. That's awesome. Love that drink. I know I'm from California, but yes, I've had a L8 one. 87 is going to be Dan Heisey in the Steins Designs. We have the 61. Ooh, look at that. In the lefty. That's going to be CJ Winslow out there. That is a cool paint scheme. We have Andrew Gunther in his Wawa number 59. Dylan McDonald once again in the City Chevrolet number 38. Kevin Foster in the TechNet Professional number 8. Matt Crockett in that Home Depot Alpine Star number 10. Ooh, even Death by Moose Media on the bottom. Liquid Death. Check it out. Alan Dobbs in his Miller American number 22. Eric Andrews in his number 9 Vision paint scheme. The number 17 is going to be David Lohr. Look at that. Tied with bleach to keep your whites extra white. Dalton Drummond's in the National Guard number 4. I think that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, can't forget the number 18, Carl Handwerk in that Core Racing paint scheme. And just waiting on someone else out there, but he hasn't. Oh, there we go. Wes Fuller, number 35, Stand Up to Cancer. Good to have him out here. Looks like he is a little bit to a late show. It happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We are 3 wide up in front. Oh, nope, take that back. Looks like Nick wanted to, but he's going to go ahead and back off for that. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. Pace car coming to the front stretch. We're going to go ahead and cue the music. And the green flag drops. 40 laps to go at Daytona International Speedway. Carl Handwerk takes the lead with Alan Dobbs on his outside. Nope, Alan getting up in front of him. Is he going to drop down to the low line? We're going to have to find out. Kevin Foster and Nick Nickerson riding in tight. Looks like Kevin swinging up to the outside. Nick staying right behind Carl Handwerk. These guys are having a bumpy ride out there. You can see the 87s just bouncing about as they come around that corner. Daytona is not a smooth track sometimes, especially around those corners. It looks like it's a little bumpy for these guys, so that might play into factor as they have to draft and drive pretty close to each other. Looks like we got a little bit of scraping down the line on the exit of turn 4. Still solid front pack right now. Number 18, Carl Handwerk leading it. Alan Dobbs on the outside. Nick Nickerson taking the inside. Behind them is going to be Bennett Allen and Kevin Foster for our 4 and 5. And then behind them, CJ Winslow making a run for it. Looking to the back of the pack just a tad bit. Looks like Terry Condas and Dan Heisey holding in strong in 11th and 12th. Dan having to fend off Andrew Gunther as he makes a dive on the inside. Dan Heisey getting a little too close to the outside line. That wall is not your best friend. Ooh, they're swinging past there. Let's go back to the front pack as these guys are getting ready to make some moves. Nick Nickerson still tight behind Carl Handwerk. Not much of a change for these guys up in front. But on the exit of 2, looks like Kevin Foster, CJ Winslow still looking for a run. Bennett Allen dropped back behind that's Dylan McDonald dropped back behind Eric Andrews, and Willie Evernham also to his right. That front pack Alan Dobbs is doing a great job staying on the outside. That's the one thing that I love about super speedways is you can drive the outside line fairly strong and not have too much of an issue. And that's what we're seeing out here right now is these guys are driving it nice and strong and trying to stay in there. Bennett Allen's back end kicking out just a little bit as he tries to stay behind Alan Dobbs. And same thing, CJ Winslow kicking it out, throwing a little bit of a slide there on that straight. 4 laps down. 36 to go. Front pack, not too much has changed. These guys are just along for the ride, which is probably the best way to do it right now. You can just want to spread everyone out. Don't battle out. Don't let these guys catch up to you. Gonna jump over to our rear camera. Kevin Foster has Eric Andrews and Dylan McDonald behind him. And you can see how bumpy this track is. Look at that, just bouncing all about. Oh, looks like Carl Handwerk had to drop back. Kevin Foster getting a good run. I wonder if Carl just had a bad exit of turn 2. Well, it's going to give it to the outside line. Alan Dobbs, Bennett Allen back up in front. 1 and 2. Nick Nickerson behind him. Kevin Foster sitting in 4th. And then that's going to go Willie Evernham and then Carl Handwerk, Dylan McDonald, and CJ Winslow. Looks like Carl Handwerk wants to make up some space and catch up to these guys, but he's going to have to ride it out. Kevin Foster in the best place to make a run right now. Trying to catch up to Nick Nickerson. Nick getting behind Alan Dobbs. Getting a little loose there, though. Carl with a great send on the outside. Can he complete the pass? Yes, he does. Clears Willie, then Kevin. What a leapfrog there. Look at that as they slide up there. Willie with a nice entrance on that straightaway. As he goes again to get around Kevin Foster, we're going to get a 2-for-1 right now. Dylan McDonald tying in for that one. CJ Winslow also looking to get that deal. We're all on sale tonight, and looks like everything's going for free. There we go. Willie Evernham, Dylan McDonald, and CJ Winslow getting around Kevin Foster. Bennett Allen leading the pack right now. Alan Dobbs, Nick Nickerson side by side. Carl Handwerk right behind him. Ooh, CJ getting loose there on the exit. Good recovery though. Coming out of turn 2. You can see CJ's back end just sliding out just a tad bit. Carl Handwerk towing in behind Alan Dobbs. Nick Nickerson doing the same to Bennett Allen. Alan Dobbs with a great run. Takes, looks like takes Bennett Allen on the outside. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, that does not sound good. We have contact. Let's get over to a quick critical hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, here we go. Coming in down the backstretch. CJ Winslow on the outside of Willie Evernham. Enters into turn 3. Just slides up too high, makes contact with the wall, takes Willie Evernham with him. Ooh, goes for a quick spin, and looks like a couple of the drivers got scooped up in that. Ouch. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit Bass Lures caution report. All right, up in front, Alan Dobbs, Bennett Allen, Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, and Dylan McDonald, Eric Andrews, Willie Evernham, Joshua Billiter, Andrew Gunther, and David Lohr in our top 10 right now. Kevin Foster dropped in the pits, get some damage repaired. Definitely something you need to do, but it looks like the leaders of the pack right now are dropping in. Alan Dobbs, Bennett Allen, and a couple others going into the pits. Who is going to get the exit on this one? We're going to go to watch him. Carl Handwerk with a P1 pit. Can he beat Alan Dobbs off the line? Carl taking the right side. Alan looks like he just took fuel back to the track. Nick Nickerson decides to stay out. So, drivers that have decided to stay out at the moment: Nick Nickerson, Andrew Gunther, David Lohr, and also Bill Harkins. Probably we'll see them pit next round, but we'll see what happens. Ten laps down, 30 to go. Called it. Nick Nickerson, Andrew Gunther, and David Lohr dropping into the pits. Alan Dobbs moving up to the lead. So our new lineup is going to be Alan Dobbs. Looks like Dalton Drummond's. Interesting. Unless he's down a lap. He might be down a lap. But Alan Dobbs, Joshua Billiter, Dylan McDonald, and CJ Winslow. Bennett Allen also out of the pits. Matt Crockett jumping out of the pits also. Looks like, yeah, Dalton needs a wave around to get back on the lead, or technically he's on the lead lap. But he's got to defend against Alan Dobbs. As we get ready to exit turn 4, pace car's lights are off. Drivers are ready, or at least trying to get ready. Cue the music. Pace car drops in the pits. Green flag's out. Restart on Alan Dobbs. Slow restart. Both of him and Dylan McDonald's neck and neck. Joshua Billiter right behind him. Coming down the line, looks like a Oilers fan of Brock Veres and Dylan McDonald. We're driving nice and clean. Looks like we also have Dan Heisey followed up by Willie Evernham and Matt Crockett looking to make some pass. West 4 on the outside of Matt Crockett. One. Oh, look at this. Alan Dobbs, Dalton Drummonds, and Joshua Billiter riding it around right now. Trying to get nice separation from the pack. And the yellow flag is out again. What is going on back there? I think someone drove up drove up into the wall one more time. Let's go to a quick critical hit pass Lewis caution report and find out what happened. But I'm pretty sure that's probably what we're going to see. Ooh. Ouch. Someone I didn't expect to see out there doing that. All right. All right, here we go. We have Bennett Allen behind Wes Fuller. Driving the outside line, clips the wall, and the wall does not want to let go. Flips him over. Ouch. And still holding on strong. Upside down on his hood. Gets clipped again. Catches CJ there. Ooh, not much you can do. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit pass Lewis caution report. All right, up in front. Alan Dobbs, Joshua Billiter, Dylan McDonald, Brock Bears, Willie Evernham, Wes Fuller, Carl Handwerk, Nick Nickerson, and Dan Heisey. And to finish it off for our top 10, Andrew Gunther riding at the very corner of that. Just made it in there. What a run, though. It's a bummer that Bennett just slid up to that wall a little too hard. I wonder if he grabbed only a right set or a left on accident and just didn't have the traction for it. Had the speed, but not the traction. It happens. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we should be getting ready to go green. We're one lap to go. What a strong run by Alan Dobbs today. And then Joshua Billiter working his way to the front. Pit strategy, man. I'm telling you, it pays off sometimes. But once again, this is a little too early in the race to be calling it out, so we'll see what happens. Looks like a bunch of other drivers hitting the pits, making sure they're ready. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the lights are off. They're on the backstretch. We are 2 turns away before we get the green flag, so let's get ready to see some action. Pace car pulling up to the front straight. Cue the music. Cue the pace car pulling off. Ladies and gentlemen, green flag drops. Alan Dobbs up in front. Dalton Drummond's right behind him. Looks like a couple guys in the back stepping out for a run. Joshua Biller with a slow start on that one. Looks like our Oilers fan Brock Bear is making a run on the outside. Wes Fuller trying to find, makes a pass around Brock Bears, going for Josh Billiter now. Wes looking for that second place spot. He's going to go ahead and jump to the inside, makes a run for it. Side by side with Joshua Billiter. Can he beat him around the corner? Carries the speed through. Josh riding the high side. Wes bouncing about back there. Got to be careful on that exit, though. Dan Heisey riding that wall. He was inches away from slapping that wall. Beautiful exit on turn 4. All speed, no fear. Dalton Drummond's racing hard with the lead drivers. Does not want to go a lap down right now. Alan Dobbs looking to put him under. Wes Fuller. He has got some speed under the hood right now. He is looking to get in front of these guys. I think we're going to see a 3 wide coming up pretty soon. Nope, looks like Dalton Drummond is going to back off. Wes Fuller, clips Alan Dobbs. Alan not yet able to get away from the wall. Makes it away. What a great save. That was insane. Wes just gave him a tad bit of a slap there. As they would see at Rubbins Racing, looks like Dylan McDonald, Eric. Where'd Nick Nickerson come from? Nick with a good run. But look at that. Alan Dobbs trying to get back into the fight. Racing his way up there. Wes Fuller playing some defense against Alan Dobbs. Bryson Clark behind Alan Dobbs. And then we have, Alan Dobbs, Dylan McDonald. Sorry, we have a lot of Allens, or 2 Allens on the field, and I get mixed up sometimes. A little bit of wall slapping out there with Alan Dobbs. Caution out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to a quick critical hit Bachelor's caution report. Ladies and gentlemen, on the exit of turn 4, looks like Bennett Allen comes out hot of the corner, slaps the wall, catches Andrew Gunther, and goes to the inside. Oof. Rough race. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit Bachelor's caution report. Looks like we're still under caution. Just give me 1 second. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back live. Wes Fuller staying on the lead. A couple drivers hitting the pits, so we'll have to wait a couple laps before we can really call it. Let's see if we can bring in a driver to talk to. Ladies and gentlemen, in the booth, we have the number 10 racing that Alpine Star, and I believe it's Home Depot. That's going to be Matt Crockett.
Come on, sir.
How you doing on the track, man?
It's bumpy, it's loose, it's scary.
That's what it's looking like. A lot of these guys are struggling out there.
Yeah, it's tough keeping it. Too wide and all that stuff. I mean, these cars are so all over the freaking place, and with all the bumps, it's no bueno.
Yeah, I can feel you on that, man. What are you guys what are you guys having to do to compensate for that out in the field?
Me personally, I'm just giving plenty of room. If I see somebody coming up on me fast, I'm gonna tell them, go ahead and pass, and just let it go.
Yeah, that's a good call out there, especially when it looks like around that corner you guys really don't have much control. We've seen some guys kind of move it around, but if you're not riding your line, you're going to slap the wall on the exit, and that's definitely what I've been seeing out there.
Yeah, it wants to push up so bad into the wall out of 2 and 4. It's just like almost driving like a short course, but yet it's a super speedway.
I can definitely see that. How's the draft handling for you?
It's not too bad. It's a lot of when you get that air pull. I mean, it'll pull you, and it just makes you real tight.
Mm-hmm. All right, man. So it looks like right now you're sitting in 7th. Do you plan on hitting the pits, or are you going to stay out and see what we can do with that position?
Well, right now it's 1 to go. I'm going to probably drop back a little bit. It's still a little too early for me. Maybe another 7-8 laps. I'll then try to start pushing a little bit.
All right, man. Well, best of luck to you out there, and go get them, all right?
Thank you so much, Moose. I appreciate it, and thank you for everything you do, as always.
I appreciate you being on the field, man. I love watching you guys race. Go get them.
I'll try.
He'll do more than try. Matt Crockett, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Like he said, 1 to go. Ooh. Uh-oh. That's a rough call there. Someone just pit under green flag run. Looks like CJ Winslow taking the lead. Joshua Billiter still sitting in 2nd. Dylan McDonald and Bryson Clark in our 3 and 4. Looks like Bryson tucking in behind Dylan McDonald. Looking for that run. Can he catch him on the back straight? We'll see what happens. Joshua Billiter playing a little bit of defense there. Oh, no. Looks like he dropped down to block Dylan McDonald from getting a run. Dylan, and then went up to block Bryson, but Dylan, now having a run on the inside, is able to get around him. Carry it through. All the way across the front. That's going to be a 2-for-1 deal with Dylan McDonald and Bryson Clark catching up to CJ Winslow. Looks like almost a little bit of contact between Dylan and CJ. No contact at all. Looks pretty clean for them right now. Couldn't tell. They're pretty close to each other. Exiting 2, and look who's coming up to the fight. Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk and Alan Dobbs. These guys are racing so hard right now just to get up to that front pack. Nick Nickerson has made a connection. He's up there with Bryson Clark and in the draft. On the exit, a little bit of a wall slap there. Nothing to be too scared about. Bryson Clark having to play some defense up in front. Nick dives to the inside, trying to get around Bryson Clark, and the caution comes out. Oh, all that work. Such a good run. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go over to a quick critical hit pass source caution report. All right, I found it. Here we go. Following the exit of turn 4 right now with the number 35, Wes Fuller. Ooh, contact. Tries to recover. Oh, slaps Kevin just a tad bit. Let's get that back one more time. Kind of curious to see this as Wes Fuller comes up on the inside. Looks like the number 17 tries to recorrect himself, overcorrects, locks door to door with Wes, then pushes him up into Brock Veras. He goes sideways, and it looks like Kevin giving the 17 a quick push. Not much you can do about it. And then Andrew Gunther locking the brakes and meeting the wall head on. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit pass Lewis caution. Yeah, I feel like it's so bumpy on those exits that these guys, they try to recorrect themselves and they end up just slapping into each other if they're too close. That's tough. Right now, anyone that had a pitch strategy is kind of throwing it out the window. You got to reevaluate, figure out what's going on. Eric Andrews, you sound like you're out of gas. Battery's just shifting a lot. Let's go ahead and pull him into the booth. Never mind, I can't pull him into the booth. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, Bryson Clark in the lead right now, followed up by Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, CJ Winslow, Alan Dobbs for our top 5, Joshua Billiter sitting in 6th. 7th is going to be Matt Crockett. 8th is going to be Eric Andrews in 9th. Dan Heisey, Willie Evernham sitting in 10th. Bill Harkins in 11th, Dylan McDonald in 12th, Brock Veras in 13th, Dalton Drummond in 14th, Terry Condas, the one-handed wonder, in 15th, Andrew Gunther in 16th, Alan Castle in 17th, Wes Fuller 18th, Kevin Foster sitting in 19th, and David Lord in 20th. All right, looks like CJ Winslow hitting the pits. Should be 2 to go soon. Ladies and gentlemen, we are 1 to go. So far we've seen a pretty solid race from Nick Nickerson, Carl Handwerk, and Alan Dobbs. Both of them had all 3 of them having to drive up the line. Bryson Clark moving his way up from the rear of the pack to the front. Also solid driving but holding his line. Joshua Billiter using pit strategy to get himself up there with a little bit of speed. Holding strong in 5th. Matt Crockett probably looking to make his moves now. All right. Pace car getting ready to drop off. Bryson Clark's got the restart. Green flag drops. Bryson looks like he missed shift there. Nick Nickerson hot on his tail, not letting him get away. Same thing with Carl Handwerk and Alan Dobbs, both stepping out. Carl stepping out into Alan Dobbs, trying to throw a block, not letting him get a run on them. Oh, contact! Carl Handwerk and Bryson Clark. Looks like he gave him a nudge around the corner, and then Bryson... oh, man, clipped out there for a second. That is scary. Do not want to be Carl Handwerk or Bryson in that situation. Nick Nickerson up in front. Alan Dobbs right behind him. Bryson Clark trying to drive that inside line. Carl Handwerk riding the outside. Behind him, Joshua Billiter and Matt Crockett going at it. Contact between both of those guys coming down the front straight. Josh swings out wide, dives it in. Good recovery there. I saw him go sideways just a tad bit. Eric Andrews hot on his tail. Same thing with Dylan McDonald. Josh over-rotating. Oh, gets the apron. Can he get it under control? Oh, slaps Dylan and Matt. No. Oh. Ladies and gentlemen, lap 30. Caution is out. Don't think we need to do a caution. Bill. Not finished. I'm sorry. I don't know why that's so funny. I just... oh, Bill trying to slow down in time just gives Josh one last final push. Like, hey, man, what are you doing? Oh, man. That's a bummer, ladies and gentlemen. We had such a good run. Well, we are going to be dropping off with about 7 laps to go. We'll have to see what happens. Looks like we've done 10-lap runs plus. I think these guys can do it. Super speedways are tough though. They're not. They seem easy because pretty long straights, high banking corners, but when you don't really rely on aero and your suspension is all you really count on, and then you have a bumpy road up ahead. Your suspension kind of takes a hit and doesn't really do exactly what it wants to do. So, plus you're also entering these corners at 200 miles plus, and that makes a huge difference. The amount of speed and transferring of weight to those tires, transfer weight to the tires and the suspension load, it takes a toll. It wants to slide out on you. So we'll have to see what happens with these guys. So far, they're keeping it, relatively clean. There's been a couple accidents, but it's mainly a driver error, spinning themselves out. Not much you can do about that. Nor can you blame the driver. It happens. It's part of racing. If you ask someone to do something multiple times and keep it as accurate as possible, you're going to get mistakes. But I'm surprised that bump Bryson got from Carl did not end in tragedy. Usually when someone clips out like that, plus they got a bump, you're talking about the sky's the limit with anything that could happen. I'm glad someone else thought that was funny too. I don't know, it just reminded me of it's like the scene in, I'm sorry for the reference, Austin Powers, where he's telling the guy to move out of the way, and he's going so slow, but he still hits the guy. It's kind of like that thing where Josh is stopped, Bill's on a slow roll, and he just bumps into him. There's not much he can really do. He's just like, boop. I also imagine Bill in a scooter, so that was also probably running in my head. That made it a little bit funnier. By the way, Bill doesn't ride in a scooter. I give him I give him crap for that because he's an older guy and he's got Geezer Authentics on the side, and it's just fun to poke fun at him. All right, those lights should stop about now. There we go. I'm magic. I know when the lights go off. You know, it's funny. It took me about almost a full year to figure that out. Not embarrassed at all. It happens. The things you don't know, right? And then when you do know, you're like, oh, wow, surprised I didn't notice that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, for this restart, we're going to go ahead and ride along with Carl Handwerk. Give you guys a left side view of what's going to happen. It looks like Joshua Bilder's sponsors are going to be pulling his contract. Both Paul and Brandon unhappy with what he did out there. Just ragging on you, Josh, man. Hey, it happens. I saw you rotate, you grabbed the apron a little bit, and you probably caught it at like one of the bumps, plus you touched the apron. The car said no, didn't want to drive today. But hey, you can still work it back up there if you... Oh, nope. Never mind. You're out of the race. Take that back. All right, pace car's off. Green flag drops. Ooh, Carl Handwerk with another bump into Bryson Clark. A little bit of Rubbins racing out there. Alan Dobbs looking to the inside, trying to get around Nick Nickerson. As we go into turn 1 and 2, Alan Dobbs rides the inside, gets around Nick Nickerson. Bryson going for that 2-for-1 deal. Nick can't do anything about that coupon because I think that is a 3-for-1. And there we go. Bryson Clark sealing the deal, swinging in front of Nick Nickerson. Carl Handwerk dropping in behind Alan Dobbs, looking for the draft. Nick Nickerson and Carl Handwerk so close they could pass notes to each other in class. Oh, Bryson Clark slaps the wall. Carl goes into Nick. The world's in an upset. Bryson spinning across the green. Alan Dobbs in the clear by himself. Carl Handwerk still alive. Eric Andrews still in the fight. Nick Nickerson also a little bit of damage, but just behind. 5 laps to go. Can he make his way back up there? Wes Fuller and Matt Crockett fighting for 4th and 5th. Look at that run. Wes Fuller trying to make his way up there, not letting Nick Nickerson get a run around him, though, because he knows Nick is fast, but he's got to stay ahead of him. He can't give him any leeway. He needs to be the one to try and get that 3rd place away from Eric Andrews. Right now, Carl Handwerk and Alan Dobbs side by side. Eric sitting in the sweet spot, doesn't want to close the gap too much, but he wants to be right there if they make a mistake. Wes Fuller, Nick Nickerson catching up. Dylan McDonald also looking to get in the party. Rides the inside. Oh, clips the apron just a tad bit. Is he going to keep her straight? 5 laps to go. Carl Handwerk slaps the wall. Dylan McDonald gets a little loose. Wes Fuller finds himself in 2nd place, fighting for 3rd, or defending off 3rd right now. What is going on? Dylan McDonald has a run. Goes to the inside of Alan Dobbs. Nick Nickerson also looking to gain some speed on Wes Fuller. Side by side right now, Alan Dobbs, Dylan McDonald. Wes Fuller also dropping in on this one. Nothing Alan Dobbs can do right now. He is all alone up in front. Down the front stretch. front stretch. Dylan McDonald, Wes Fuller, Alan Dobbs. Alan throwing up. Oh! Whoa! 3 to go, and the caution flag is going to come out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are finishing under caution again tonight. Oh my gosh, we are going to get that on replay because that was insane. I wonder what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for a critical hit pass lures caution report. Oh no. Can we get a... I'm going to try and get the best view I can for this. I think I found it. Just going to make sure. All right, here we go. Sorry about that, folks. Just was trying to nail it down. All right, this is it. Alan Dobbs wants to drop in low and scoops up the backside of Wes Fuller. Oh, sends him to the wall. Alan goes spinning. Wes with a great recovery. I don't know how he did that. That wall is usually magnetic and does not let you leave. Oof. That was a bummer for both of those drivers, but ladies and gentlemen, up in front, some people are very surprised and very happy right now. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a critical hit pass lures caution report brought to you by Alan Dobbs. You know, that's a bummer because misjudgment of space, drops down. I don't think he was trying to tuck in behind Wes Fuller. I think they probably met each other in the middle, and that sucks. But it happens. That's part of racing, you know. The last 5 laps, you're gonna have to push hard. You're gonna have to make calls that are, you know, a little rougher than others. But hey, you did your best out there. Still alive. That's all that matters. Ooh, Kevin Foster, I think, just blew an engine. Oh, sorry about that. Well, once again, we are finishing under caution. Our top 3 is going to be Dylan McDonald, Nick Nickerson, and Eric Andrews. Look at that. What a finish. Dylan McDonald pulling the trigger at the right time, able to get that speed around Alan Dobbs and secure himself a first place finish. What a run. That he called it too. That was beautiful. 2 laps to go, punch, or what, 3 laps, 3 or 4 laps to go, just punches it straight across the front straight, makes his way around there, finds an opening and gets up there. That's what you got to do. Looks like they're gonna have a little fun right now. Tom Cruise himself approves of this paint scheme and of the finish of the car. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do tonight. I'm gonna clip this picture of the city of the city crossing the front and taking first place. I'm gonna tag Tom Cruise in it. That would be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, our finishers for tonight: Dylan McDonald in first, Nick Nickerson hitting that wall in second, and third, going to the last survivor out there, Eric Andrews. What a run tonight. All right, here we go. Once again, Dylan McDonald, Nick Nickerson, Eric Andrews in that 1, 2, 3. Followed up behind them. Fourth is going to go to Willie Evernham. Fifth, Wes Fuller. Sixth, Dalton Drummonds. Seventh, Matt Crockett. Eighth, Carl Handwerk. Ninth, CJ Winslow. And 10th, to Brock Veras. Good finish by all the drivers out there. And a way to drive hard. I know it was a rough track, and you guys did what you could to stay alive. All right, let's get these guys up in the booth. Ladies and gentlemen, our third place finisher, the number 9 in the Vision Racing paint scheme, Eric Andrews. Eric, what a run tonight. And I know right before we went live, you said there's only one word for this. Can you let us know what that is? I would agree with you on that. I do not envy you guys in those cars tonight. That looked really, really scary.
Yeah, I mean, these cars are a handful, and I got into an accident. I had a couple cars get together on lap, I think it was lap 9, and had some damage. I was actually able to repair it and didn't even have to use a fast repair, and was able to come back out. So that made me feel a lot more comfortable as far as running, knowing I still had a fast repair. And just coming through there, I mean, I had way too many close calls tonight. I mean, way too many, hence the whoo.
Yeah,
but,
I don't think anyone had no close calls. Carl Handwerk hit the wall. Nick Nickerson, I think, tapped into someone or almost got wrecked out. Like there's so many, like, just slapping the wall, getting too close to someone. Like, this was not a nice race for you guys in the sense of this is a brutal track.
I mean, you expect that, everybody thinks, you're super speedways and they're just easy to drive around. Well, not these cars. I mean, these things are a handful, and they said when you see everybody getting loose and tapping the wall and everything, I mean, you get on the outside of somebody or behind somebody. I mean, just the way it changes the air on these cars, or just carrying more speed down the straightaways, and you get to the corners. You might have to even tap the brake to set your car in the corner. If not, you're gonna have too much speed. And yeah, I mean, it's a crazy race, and then you get us all together racing like that at the end. And
yeah, it's insane.
So I was able to dodge enough and get to the end and get a top 3. So
hey, man, that's all that matters, is stay alive. And like I said, you're sitting in that sweet spot of the pocket. Just you got to stay relevant and ready to take advantage, but not too aggressive and wreck yourself out trying to take first or second away from those guys.
Yeah,
third place is your swing vote.
Right.
You're there. You're like, okay, who's gonna screw up?
Yeah, just hang on.
I'm here to capitalize on this. You guys can fight it out. I'm here.
And congrats to Dylan. I mean, heck of a run by him. Well-deserved win. I mean, he's had some damn good runs in core, and just been on the wrong end of everything, and just hasn't been able to get the finishes. And this time it came out on the right end, and good to see him in victory lane. Yeah,
no, he'd made a great call, made his move on lap 5, moved up there, and then boom, caution came out and sealed the deal. So
yeah, that's what I was. It's one of those things this one you can't wait to the last lap to try and make your pass in case there is a caution, because that ends the race. And
but still, he had a solid run. I think even if we had a green flag finish, Dylan McDonald would be in the top 3, hands down.
Yeah,
he had a fast car.
Must be something about a bright green car.
I must be a Tom Cruise, giving his witchcraft. But man, what a great run. Once again, I'd like to thank you and Carl for putting on the series. I love the vintage cups; they're a blast. And
these things are so much fun. I mean, I love them. They're so much fun to drive, and they're a handful, but you got to drive them, and that's what I like about them. And we appreciate you, Death by Moose Media, covering this and getting it out there. So appreciate it very much.
Now, we did a really good job. We had up to 18 viewers today, which is, I think, a record for vintage. Usually it stacks about 15. So it's been every week been getting bigger and bigger. So you guys are doing something right out there. So stop throwing cautions.
Yeah, you're right.
No, this is a one-off super speedway. Your guys' short track driving has been amazing. So I think we just need to go back to short tracks. Just saying, they're awesome.
Know where we're at next, probably Pocono or something crazy.
Pocono.
I don't know. I'm actually not even sure where we're going.
Let's see. We did the Firecracker. Technically, tonight was supposed to be Charlotte, but looks like Summer 125 is Pocono. Yeah, spot on. Look at you. Unless they changed it on us. But yeah, we should be back to Pocono. But you guys already hit Pocono, so you guys know what's going on out there. So you guys do a good job out there.
Yeah, it's another tricky track with 3 different corners, but it's fun. So
whoever designed that was an evil person.
Yes. It wasn't a cookie cutter track.
No, it was not. Well, man, great job out there. Great finish. Can't wait to see you race next weekend with our. I believe it's darn it. It's a benefit race for St. Jude Hospital for Kids, I believe.
You talking about on Sunday?
Yeah, Sunday.
The Arca at Darlington.
Yes, Arca at Darlington, and it's going to be a benefit race for St. Jude. Donations will be going there. So that's going to be nice.
Sweet. Look forward to it.
I agree. Well, man, have a good night. Great job out there, and I'll see you this weekend.
Alrighty, thank you very much.
You got it. Ladies and gentlemen, our second place finisher, the number 85, Nick Nickerson. Welcome to the booth again.
What a wild race.
Yeah. Oh, man. I'm surprised you made it back up there because you got slapped pretty hard.
Me too.
Yeah, you were sitting in 7th place before you made that run.
Yeah. I think maybe even Dylan. I think Dylan, the winner there, I think he was behind me before all that and started.
Yeah.
And he was able to pass me, but I remember he came up to me quick, and I realized I didn't have the speed anymore, so I just was trying to tuck behind somebody and get as much draft to the end as possible.
Yeah, I think that was right when Wes and Matt met up. You guys had a great run on them, and then Wes and Matt met up on the on that straight, and that just opened up for you guys to just push through, and then right when the green flag dropped, you guys were there.
Yeah.
So it was perfect timing.
Yeah.
That was a short but long run. Daytona's always a weird one. Like it's a long track, and when cautions come out, it's long. But when you guys are racing, it's so fast because you guys are hitting 200 miles an hour around these corners and carrying the speed.
Yeah, especially on this particular track because it's so bumpy, man. It's just good God, like it was just it wasn't frustrating. It was fun, but it was just chaotic the whole time.
Yeah,
the whole freaking time.
Oh, so were you actually having to wheel the car pretty hard? Like you guys were joking about Willie's character looking like he was wheeling it like left and right.
No, I think that was just the animation for the in-car character is tied to the wheels.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like my wheel wasn't bouncing back and forth that much, but it was a little bit over the bumps.
Huh.
Yeah, it was pretty funny to see. Yeah.
That's cool. Well, man.
Yeah, man.
Good run out there. What's up?
I was going to say congratulations to Dylan, man. I think that's his first win with the Corps. Well deserved.
I think so.
He won it fair and square. It wasn't no making it through a last lap caution. He passed Wesley and Allen for the win, and fortunately he was there for the yellow. So congratulations to him.
Yeah, even after if a yellow didn't come out, I think Dylan would have snagged first. I think he had the speed, just the way he was shooting up that track.
Yeah.
And he definitely, I know Dylan can play some defense up there too, so I think he had a good run. And from there it's kind of like whoever's race after that. But I think Dylan had definitely a number one car.
Yeah, he was definitely fast there in the last one. He counted the most.
Yeah. Well, man,
Yeah.
another good run tonight. Good finish. You've had a good run all weekend. Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah, I know.
It's been a long racing week for you.
Ready to do it again this week with Friday with Road Atlanta.
Yeah.
10-hour race. And
sadly, I won't be there for that.
yeah, it's a bummer, but maybe you can make it in for the end of it and catch the last couple hours.
Yeah, I'll probably try and do that.
Maybe.
But we'll see what happens.
Yeah, man. All right, man. Well, I will talk to you pretty soon.
You got it, man. I'll talk to you later. Once again, congratulations on your second place tonight, and I'll see you. Hopefully, see you on Friday. But if not, I'll see you on Sunday.
All right, man. Take care.
You got it. You too. Ladies and gentlemen, the number 38 racing in that lime green and yellow city paint scheme. That's going to be Dylan McDonald in our first is going to be our first place finisher. Dude, congratulations. You're up in the booth. You had a great launch on that lap 5. That was beautiful.
Oh yeah, honestly that last caution, I just took my fast repair and just hoped for the best. All the holes opened up for me, and I just stuck it to the bottom. The high side wasn't really working, but the low side was where you wanted to be on the short run.
You could run the outside if you had a buddy. You could toe to toe with the front runners. But if you got left alone up there, you might as well just back off and drop into the line. There's no way you're gonna push through.
Oh yeah. That's when I seen Willie go high. I just followed him all the way around the track, and he ended up scooting up. Coming off of 4, and I just stayed to the inside and ended up getting around him and whoever else was in front of him. So it all worked out. I mean, holes open, you got to take advantage.
No, definitely good call. And honestly, like I was telling everyone else, I think you had a first place finish in the pocket, even if you would have gone green for those last 5 laps. The amount of speed you had behind that car, I don't think anyone else really had that much speed left on their tires or in the engine. You were definitely a lot faster than a lot of the guys out there.
Yeah, I was mirror driving a lot on that last couple laps. I just ever so slightly look up in my mirror to make sure I had enough room and didn't want to cut down on anybody if they got to my rear.
Yeah. Well, man, dude, first I believe it's your first vintage win, right?
It's my first win in anything in Core Series.
Oh my gosh, this is a day to remember. Congratulations, dude. That is awesome.
Thank you. Oh yeah, super speedway. So
hey,
thankfully for that.
Super speedway's a win, dude. That's a hard win to get, especially if you're having to fight. So, and it definitely was a battle for a lot of the guys out there. So,
especially in the 87s with as bumpy as the track was, my arms are like jello.
They need to fix those potholes.
Oh, dude. I was getting hit by sparks, and I just got to hope for the best.
I agree with you on that, man. Well, do you have anyone you want to shout out or say thank you to?
Eric Andrews, shout him out. Good teammate for the Premier Series. He drafted me, and just thankful that I got around everybody cleanly. And thanks Wes for a bump just before him and Alan got together, and thankfully I didn't take anybody out after going through there.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's a huge thank you. That's a little bit where that speed came from.
Yeah. Oh, and obviously thanks to you for broadcasting and putting on a good show.
No problem, man. I enjoy it, and I know you guys say thank you to me all the time. You guys don't have to. I really appreciate it, and this series means a lot to me. But honestly, you guys do a great job putting on an awesome show, and I enjoy watching it. And so, if me, a new racing fan, enjoys watching it, I'm pretty sure everyone out there also enjoys it. You guys, like I said, drive really well and do your best out there. And dude, your first win overall. There's probably many more to come, and you're a fast driver. You're a consistent driver. So keep up the good work, and we'll see where this goes.
Yeah, with my new work schedule, iffy on Sundays, but Mondays I'm here for the long run.
Hey man, start scoring wins on. Start scoring more wins.
Yeah,
Capitalize on
that's all I
Mondays. That's
need.
what we got to do.
Oh yeah. But since I drove the Cold Trickle car, you gotta pull a little Cold Trickle and say, I gotta thank Harry for the special staggered tires.
Well, I'm gonna be tagging Tom Cruise after this. All right, so we'll see if he responds.
All right, I'll go ahead and I'll drop the hammer.
There you go. Robin's racing. All right.
That's right.
All right. Good job out there, man, and congratulations. Go
right,
celebrate
thank
with a cold glass of milk.
Or some ice cream.
There you go. All right, later, man.
All right, later.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dylan McDonald. What a great run. Once again, congratulations to our first place, Dylan McDonald. Second, Nick Nickerson. Third, Eric Andrews, and everyone else on the track. You guys did a good job. I know it was rough. I know we had a couple guys get taken out of the race, but hey, it happens. Come back next week, see what you guys can do. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start the first round of DXR tomorrow, so don't forget to tune in for those pretty much rallycross and stadium trucks to hit the road. We'll be starting off with the Detroit GP. That's a tight track. We got these are wide trucks, so the too wide is not a thing that's going to happen out there. They got to be very careful with their driving lines and look for the proper place to pass. And then following up on Wednesday, we're going to have our iRacing Short Course Series Round 2. So don't forget to tune in for that. A lot of sponsors, a lot of real life I guess you'd say professional and amateur drivers there. So a lot of these guys racing the Lucas Oil Series for the off-road. So come check it out. Come support your favorite drivers, and I'll see you guys later.